Hi, welcome to Guitar Lessons with Sam. So today like I told you earlier, today I'll be taking you your musical alphabets. Uh, in our previous class, in our previous lesson, I explained the parts of the guitar, the neck, the tuning peg, the tone knob. We always have two tone knob, the jack, the string, the pick guard, the tone selector. I showed you all that. So today we're going to be treating musical alphabets. Musical alphabets are 7 in number, and they are recognized with our normal alphabets studied in basic school. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'll be leaving it down somewhere around the downside. So like I told you, if you could recall, I told you that your guitar strings are numbered from down to up, alright, not up to down. Okay, so we have our string 1, which is our E, string 2, which is our B, string 3, which is our D, string 4, which is our D, string 3, which is our G, string 4, which is our D, string 5, which is our A, the string 6, which is our low E. Remember, string 1 is our high E. Alright, now I told you musical alphabets are from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Once you get to G, you start back from A, okay? Once you get to G, you repeat. It repeats. Musical alphabet doesn't go beyond G. So you don't have an H in music, you don't have a J, you don't have a K, you don't have Z in music. All you just stop at is G. Alright, and I'll be showing you how to go about finding out those alphabets. All these spaces here are notes. If you can see very well, they are notes, but you might not know. I see the guitar as notes. I don't see them as what do you call it, board. Like I told you, this is our low E. So when you place your hand on fret 1, you have left E. You're now F. You're now holding F. Now let's say this is our A. Once you place your hand on string 5, fret 1, you're no longer playing A. You are changed to A sharp. I will discuss that in one of my sharp series. Let me just say that now. In between music, in between those alphabets, there are notes in between. Is either a sharp or a flat. Okay, I don't know that you understand me. I will drop a diagram somewhere down. In between those alphabets, there are notes in between. So you have a note in between A and B. You have a note in between C and D. You have a note in between D and E. You have a note in between F and G. You have a note in between G and A. And those notes, some foreign books will tell you that they are accidental notes. I'll call them semitone. You can call them anything you feel like calling them, but the basic thing is for you to know that there's something in between. It's only your B and your C that do not have, your B, your C, and your E and F that do not have anything in between. You understand? You understand more as we proceed in our class. So for the purpose of this, we'll be treating the key C for now before we go to the sharp series. I think my next video I'll talk about the sharp series, but for today I will be telling you how to move. Now, like I told you, this is your low E, right? Now a sharp is a movement forward. I always look at it as a movement forward. Music experts, don't crucify me, we're all saying the same thing. It's just from the angle I perceive to see it. Now after your E, low E, we have your F, right? And I told you that there's nothing between E and F, right? And there's nothing in between B and C. After our F, there is something in between F and G, right? That's what I told you. And that is, it can be regarded as a sharp, because we are ascending, we are moving forward. Okay, I don't know whether you understand me, but we're moving forward. But after this F sharp, we have what? G, right? After this G, this F sharp can equally be looked at as moving backward. So if once we are descending backward, once we are descending, it's no longer called F sharp. You might call it G flat. So like I told you, a sharp is a movement forward, while a flat is a movement backward. Those are simple terminologies that will help you understand more in music. So after a G in our music alphabet, we have something between a G and an A, which is called a G sharp, right? Right? Now after your G sharp, we have what? An A. This another name for the G sharp could be called A flat. It depends. It's just to try to tell you that there's something in between. Now there's something I would like to stress. We have the tone movement and we have the semitone movement. A semitone is the shortest distance between two tones. The shortest distance between two alphabets, or let's put it like that, two alphabets. While a tone is half plus half, that is a semitone plus semitone will give you a tone. Now once we move a fret to the front, we have just moved a semitone movement. We have just done a semitone movement. But once we move two frets, we have done a tone movement. We have done a tone movement. Okay, keep that at the back of your mind, because when we proceed there'll be a lot to discuss about that. Now let's take key C. Key C is the only musical key that has no sharp or flat. And again, I would like you to understand that these musical alphabets carry the tonic cipher, which has 7 in number, which is your do, your re, your mi, your fa, your so, your la, and your ti. So there are 7 all together with the musical alphabet. All right, have that at the back of your mind. I don't know if I'm going too fast for you. You can leave a comment for me. I'll read it and probably redo the video to your understanding. And please ask questions. This is going to be theory and this is going to be practical. So now, as I said earlier, that it's only key C that doesn't have a sharp or doesn't have a flat. So you would definitely not see a sharp. I'm going to be leaving down below a sharp icon and what a flat icon is, so for you to be able to recognize them. This video is purely for starters. Then we get to the intermediate level. From the intermediate level we get to the advanced level, and whatever you can do with it, it's not my business. You play and you practice. Now we have our C. Now let me state this categorically clear. Our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. A movement between your do to re is a tone movement. So our C is our do, and by our alphabet, what's the next note that's supposed to be your re is D, right? You can see that I skipped a fret, which is this fret 2, to get to that D, right? This is what, so our the formula now for a movement from our do to our re is a tone movement. Now a movement from our D to our E, right, is a tone movement. This is why we say this is do, re, mi. Like I now told you, now we only have 2 semitones in our major scale. What we are just doing is a major scale. We only have 2 semitones in our major scale, which is mi, movement from mi to fa, and movement from ti to do, mi to fa, mi, fa. All right, that's those are the semitone movement. Now we're looking for our fa after our mi. Our mi, the movement from our mi to fa is a semitone movement. And what did I say a semitone is? A semitone is the shortest distance between 2 musical alphabets. It might not be necessarily an A to B. It can be an A to an A sharp. Just a half step movement. Just take that as a semitone is a half step movement, while a tone is a 2 half step movement. So we're moving a semitone from our E to our F. This is our fa. Now this is a semitone half. We didn't, if you realize, we did not jump anything. We just went straight to the F. Now move another semitone. We can't move another semitone. Then a distance from fa to sol is a tone movement, meaning that we're going to be skipping a fret in the middle. So we're going to be skipping a fret in the middle. Now a movement from your sol to your la is a tone movement, so we're going to be skipping another fret, la. A movement from your la to your ti is equally a tone movement. We're going to be skipping another fret, ti. Now a movement to your ti to do. If you have been listening earlier, you will discover that I have said it countless numbers of time that a movement from your ti to do is a semitone movement. Always have that at the back of your mind. There are two semitone movements. Alright, so with that, our next video will elaborate more on musical alphabets, probably the sharp series, and I hope this video was helpful for you to understand musical alphabets. Please like and subscribe my video, and feel free to ask me questions, anything you do not understand. Remember, I said that theory is very important. Most musicians forget, they don't want to play theory, especially in Nigeria. Nobody wants to learn theory because it's boring. But believe me, theory gives you an edge to play. It even gives you a sense of practice. Please feel free to ask me any question. In my channel, I will still be posting performances and application, then theory behind them. Thank you very much. I look forward to see you in my next video. Thank you.